Serbia, a country with so many cultural and natural diversities. It can offer different experiences from gastronomy to natural and cultural heritage, traditions, hospitality, historical sites, impressive coastlines, and so much more. It lies at a crossroads where empires met, fought, and combined to form a kaleidoscope of cultures unique in Europe. They left their own indelible mark on the local architecture, cuisine, language, music, and traditions. A place where you can find medieval Orthodox monasteries, Renaissance Catholic churches, mosques, minarets standing together within the same city walls. The aroma of local food from the bazaars testifies to the fusion of East and West, while the eclectic music and dance celebrate this rich heritage. A heritage old more than 10 centuries is reflected in Belgrade, the capital city of Serbia. As one of Europe's oldest cities with the echo of the long and turbulent history, Belgrade is an incredibly rich mosaic of diversity, a modern landscape with a mysterious and exotic atmosphere surrounding it. European, but with a piece of Oriental influences, with tons of interesting sights and attractions, splendid architecture, a fast-paced nightlife, great and affordable shopping, as well as a thriving cultural scene. The second in size is the city of Novi Sad, the capital of Vojvodina, north part of the country. It has been a cultural hub in northern Serbia for hundreds of years. Magnificent architecture and a thriving local arts and crafts scene makes this city special. Archaeological studies show that the city was populated even in the Paleolithic period, and it was a meeting of many cultures and nations. In addition to the Romans, there were the others who dwelled here, including the Gepids, Huns, Slavs, Germans, Hungarians, and the Turks. Today, Novi Sad is a modern city. As a future European capital of culture, the prestigious title will be awarded to it next year. As a country that strives for European standards, Serbia is also a refugee for those who seek not only intellectual, but also an emotional and spiritual development. Therefore, in a few cities you can find TA associations. Although psychotherapy has not been completely legally regulated in Serbia, psychotherapy services are offered through public and private healthcare facilities. The umbrella organization to which most psychotherapy associations in Serbia belong is called the Association of Psychotherapists of Serbia and is EAP affiliated. Apart from psychotherapy, other fields of TA have not been developed in Serbia so far.
My name is Maja Pavlov. I'm a PTSTA of psychotherapy. I'm a chair of this conference. I think that people know that Balkan is a very, very sensitive area. Various geopolitical changes like wars, migrations, border changes, deep political transitions, as well as changes of the name of the countries affected the people of the region. And first of all, their identity matrix. This left a mark in our society, mainly on the mental health of the population. So TA has been a real refreshment for the way of thinking because it has a good theoretical base and represents a very practical tool with positive results in our work. TA practitioners, doctors, psychologists.
My name is Kristina Brajević-Car. I'm one of the founders of TAUS. TAUS represents Regional Association for Transaction Analysis, mainly oriented to the research. This is why we have a special pleasure in being the host of the first research TA conference being held in the region. In that name, I want to add that Serbia, as well as other countries from the region, ex-Yugoslavia countries, represents a fertile ground. Looking historically from early 80s, transaction analysis have been present within the formal education for psychology, especially clinical psychology. And right now we have as much as 5 transaction analysis schools and institutes, training centers and associations that operate within the country, not to mention, of course, Slovenia and Croatia with its own numbers of associations. And as well as part of EATA, TAUS is also part of a national alliance for psychotherapy that gathers around 20 different associations from different modalities as well, of course. But with its 5 associations related to transaction analysis, we have a great significant portion in functioning of this national alliance. And one of the main goals of this national association is to lobby and prepare the law for psychotherapy, which will be a requirement, of course, for the independent profession of psychotherapy.
In 1979, Graham Barnes came to Serbia at the invitation of Josip Berger, a psychology professor at Belgrade University. Barnes's first seminar lasted about 9 days and was attended by psychiatrists and psychologists from university, psychiatric clinic, and other mental health institutions, as well as by individuals interested in the mental health field. In 1980, the first formal training was initiated, also led by Barnes, and lasted for 4 years with 22 students. Barnes came about 4 times a year and usually worked with students for 1 to 2 weeks. Tijana Mandić, a psychologist and subsequently a professor at the Faculty of Dramatic Arts in Belgrade, who started her TA education in London in 1978, joined as a supervisor and therapist in Belgrade immediately after obtaining her TA certification.
I was very lucky to be trained by Margaret Turpin, Shershiv, and Graham Barnes, who started coming here and teaching too. And I'm very proud of my students who are now the teachers in Serbia.
There are 5 TA associations in Serbia today. Marina Banić began her TA education with Tijana Mandić and became a CTA and later the second Serbian TSTA. She founded the Serbian Association for Transactional Analysis, SATA, in the year 2000, and it became affiliated with EATA that same year. SATA organized the first CTA exam in Belgrade in the Serbian language and initiated the written CTA exam in Serbian. The Association of Transactional Analysts of Serbia, ATAS, was founded by Dr. Zoran Milivojević in the year 2001. Zoran Milivojević and Gordana Krotić were students of that first generation of TA psychotherapists in Serbia who passed their exams. Milivojević later became a PTSTA under the supervision of Carlo Moiso, and TSTA. He popularized TA through education, books, TV appearances, and newspaper articles. He also founded a publishing house, Psychopolis, which publishes mostly TA books in Serbian that can also be read by people elsewhere in the region because of language similarities. The focus is on classical and CBT TA. Some members are also ITAA members. Workshops in Belgrade, Novi Sad, and Slovenia have featured Cloud Steiner, Steve Karpman, Trudy Newton, Julie Hay, Nancy Porter Steele and Curtis Steele, Sariwan Poelje, Carlo Moiso, Tony White, and Richard Erskine. The Center for Transactional Analysis, UTAS, was founded by Daniela Budiša Ubović in the year 2018. The association has been in the process of affiliating with EATA. The emphasis is on the relational TA approach. The National Association for Transactional Analysis of Serbia, NATAS, was founded by Aleksandra Bubera in the late 2018. Its focus is on the integrative transactional analysis. NATAS plans to include professionals from the humanities as well as anyone interested in TA. Recently, NATAS began an initiative to encourage cooperation among all Serbian TA associations. The aim is to improve information flow, increase cooperation, and thereby develop TA more quickly here in Serbia. The Association of Transaction Analysts, TAUS, was officially founded on September 2015 in Belgrade, but as an idea, it existed much earlier. In addition to their love of transactional analysis, a group of enthusiastic founders of this association shared the idea that eventually led TAUS to what it represents today. This idea included the need to academize TA in Serbia and the region, and to promote empirically based knowledge for related psychotherapeutic modalities, but also to advocate for high standards of education and training that are in line with current theoretical and practical knowledge that ethically supports psychotherapy, education, and supervision. The association is registered as a regional association for TA. As a member of EATA, they have organized numerous TA trainings and schools, and numerous TA trainers have been their guests, including Leilani Mitchell, Crispin Plettenberg, Nada Zanko, Mark Head, Mark Withevson, and Biljana Van Rijn. During the last years, TAUS organized many activities related to TA for the public and professionals, such as workshops for the public tribunes were reputable names in TA and academic circles, and appearances for their trainers and board members on TV and the general media. Because of this, a natural need arose to participate in scientific research gatherings that would lead to visible contributions to this psychotherapeutic modality.
Because it gives us a broad and empirical and theoretical TA frame of reference, as well as its practical use.
We hope that you will enjoy an exciting event and that we all will start and create a new chapter in the history of the Serbian TA community.